Hey, Steph Infection.
Yes.
I see you got a little head.
Why are you so problematic?
What? I'm talking about your popcorn bucket.
Oh, that's my lipstick demon.
Welcome to Deadsville.
Greetings, Boo Believers. Welcome to Deadsville Horror Talk. I'm your host, Ronin James. And to my left, the lovely Steph Infection.
Hello, Scream Hearts.
And aside from being problematic in our intros, I am your host.
I just can't with you.
A little about us. I am Deadsville's Ronin James. I've been a stuntman and stunt coordinator for a long-ass time, and you have seen me get my ass kicked plenty on the big screen and on your television screen. I guarantee it.
It's my favorite.
Yes.
It's my favorite to watch you get your ass kicked.
I've been in Marvel stuff. I've been in DC stuff. I've been on The Tick. I've been in a bunch of horror movies and coordinated on a bunch of stuff. Worked with icons like Kane Hodder and Bill Moseley a bunch of times. And yes, now I am bringing it here to the podcast realm with my lovely...
You're going to say something problematic, aren't you?
my lovely co-host, Steph Infection.
You might see him get his ass kicked here.
Who's not problematic whatsoever.
It's not true. I have my moments.
But yes, we do this every week, and sometimes we have another co-host with us, the lovely Haley Hansen. She hasn't been here in a while. We have to bring her back for one of these soon.
Yeah, summer's kind of rough.
And yes, we're going to bring some other people in as well and do some more fun stuff like top 10s, because we're getting towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I like those.
We are going to have to do our top 10 horror movies of the year very soon, so... Stay tuned, Boo Believers.
Right, don't push it. We're just getting to August. Now you're at the end of the year.
I'm just saying, we have to prep for it.
I know.
There's a lot of, and I suspect that this one might be in your top 10, Steph Infection.
I think it might be, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, that's why I bring it up, because today we are going to review the 6th installment in the Insidious franchise, and this is one of my co-hosts' favorite franchises in horror.
It is, yeah.
So,
yes,
this is Out of the Further. And, man, these titles, though, I will say, we've gone into the Spider-Verse, we've come out of the Further, we've gone into the Upside Down, and isn't there a Never, too? Isn't there somewhere?
I don't know where, you said that earlier, I don't know where the Never is, maybe.
Isn't that in...
It might be, yeah, there might be.
There's all these, like...
I mean, Insidious, when it came out, which was, I don't even know. I mean,
well, yeah, Insidious has been doing it for a while, yeah.
It was called The Further.
Right.
And I just loved, when this first came out, like the original one, it was just for like a newer franchise. I love the concept. I have weird dream things myself. I love Freddy. I have my Freddy shirt on.
Well,
like,
yeah,
I love...
We talked about this one definitely has some Nightmare on Elm Street. We'll get to that kind of stuff.
But also, you know, they
But Lin Shaye. I mean, it's got Lin Shaye, too, which is just, she's... amazing. She's an icon and a treasure for horror fans. She's been doing this character of Elise now for how many of these movies? Has she been in all of them?
Yeah,
she's been in every one? Every one. That's amazing. And she's actually, you know, I don't know if this is really a spoiler, but she's dead in this one. She just...
Oh, well, she's been dead the last few of them.
That's what I can't even remember the last couple, because the last couple have not been as good.
I'm pretty sure she died after the second one, but I
so she is actually on the other side helping to guide people. And yeah, it's been great how they've kept her...
Insidious, the original, was 2010.
How they've kept her like active in the movies, even though she's dead. I mean, her character's dead, but it's almost like Obi-Wan.
Oh, no, it's at the at the first one. So I was right with the second one. Because remember the bride grabs her and kills her,
so
and
as
she
of
flashes
the second one,
that's how we know, and that's why, but the second one, but she's still in them.
Right, but that's what I mean, since the second one, she's been dead.
Well, yeah, but there's a prequel. The Last Key was a prequel.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
so she's alive in that one, and that's where we get, you know, her little sidekicks at the end, so they keep her. Well,
yeah, this is, you know, a long-running franchise, again, started off really strong. The one before this, I can barely remember. I know I've seen it, but you know, we'll get into them a little bit. But yeah, before we jump into all of that, Make sure that you like, subscribe, follow, ding the bell on YouTube if that's where you're listening or watching. Join us on Patreon. Our Deadsville Productions Patreon page is live and active. We tend to post there first, and you can listen to the podcast ad-free if you go to Patreon. If you're listening now, streaming somewhere, and you're listening to ads, just know if you join our Patreon, you can get completely ad-free experience there. So,
did you check and see if we have any reviews of anything?
I did not. This just came out last night, so I don't know if anybody was able to go and catch it and write a review for us.
No, I didn't know if there was previous ones.
Previous ones for this.
No, just in general, if we had any on our page.
No, there was nothing that I saw.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we're going to have a Discord server up soon where you'll be able to share your reviews. And if you're a member on Patreon, we read your reviews on the show. Once a month, we'll pull 1 or 2, 3 reviews from Patreon's members and read your review on the show to see how it stacks up against ours. So yeah, make sure you do all the call to action things and follow us on all the social medias and all that good stuff. All right, that's out of the way. Let's get into it, Steph Infection.
All right.
Read us that synopsis.
In Insidious, Out of the Further, Amelia Eve stars as Gemma, a young mother raising her daughter in the house she grew up in, who discovers she can travel into the Further, the purgatorial realm of lost souls at the heart of the Insidious universe. When something evil comes after her, Gemma discovers an ability that changes everything. She doesn't just enter the Further, she can bring what lives there back to the real world. Once the demons realize her power, our world becomes their playground.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So
little different spin on the Insidious universe.
Yeah, this is definitely a little
I
different than what we've been used to before this. We're getting some powers again. This kind of Dream Warriors-esque.
Definitely.
Nightmare on Elm Street kind of stuff. You get this kind of astral projecting when they fall asleep and kind of looking at themselves. And we get a few times where some things like that happen.
Well, that happens in all of the Insidious movies.
The astral projection.
Yeah,
right,
where they look at themselves.
Yeah, but in this one, she actually has powers to bring things in and out, which is something that was, from Dream Warrior, Nightmare on Elm Street, bringing Freddy out of the dream to fight him, that kind of thing, in all the different Freddy movies. So something that's been explored in the Nightmare franchise before, but it's played very well here. I think they use it. They use it pretty well. So, all right. Our director is Jacob Chase, and the writers are Jacob Chase, David Leslie Johnson-McGoldrick, and Leigh Whannell. I think Leigh Whannell is the creator, so he creates. So he's just writer. Yeah. He didn't actually have anything to do with the script, but he.
That other guy in the what's his name?
Right,
Specs
he created
in the beginning.
Yeah, him and James Wan created this Insidious universe together. So, Leigh Whannell's credited as a writer, but he didn't actually write this script. This was more Jacob Chase and David Leslie Johnson-McGoldrick, I suspect. This stars Amelia Eve, Island Austin, and Lin Shaye. Let's jump to our cast. Like we said earlier, Lin Shaye is just a treasure for horror fans. If she's been around forever. She's an icon. Every role that you see her in, she gives 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Even in, we watched that other one with her.
That was she did not have the best.
No, it was terrible writing.
Yeah,
and
what was that?
There was so much missed potential. Scared to Death.
Yeah, and she was in the chair.
And she was just in the chair possessed the whole time. And that was fine, but just so much missed potential. They could have done so much more with her character. She was having a ball, and she was killing it, of course, but it was... the script itself just was not worthy of her level of talent.
Yeah, agree.
But yes, but just that just goes to show that she loves horror. She does this low budget, scared to death movie, and then bounces right back, and she's this, the mainstay here in the Insidious franchise. So we're on her 6th movie. So she'll jump and do some really independent stuff and jump and do the big studio Hollywood, big budget stuff.
She'll do whatever.
Yep, she just loves being in horror movies, and I love that about her. That's
same.
Especially at her age. She's like, she's like a grandma that, that just loves scaring the shit out of people. I mean, she must, because she keeps going back to do these movies. I mean, sure, she probably loves the paychecks too. We all do. But I'm sure she could get work in other places, in other genres. She just tends to gravitate towards the horror stuff, and I love her for it. So.
Same. She just seems so sweet.
Our lead, this one's really carried by Amelia Eve, who plays Gemma Hall.
Mm-hmm. She was also in The Haunting of Bly Manor. She was one of the main people, Jamie Taylor. But I didn't remember until I just looked at this. So
she was good in this. I mean, she really does a good job. The acting is really good. Island Austin plays her daughter, Maya.
She was good.
She was solid. And again, a lot of times, my feelings on child actors, a lot of times kids can be iffy. She did a solid job.
Yeah, even like facial expressions, there's like her being scared and stuff. It just didn't, she did really good where it wasn't like overly dramatic. Or
no.
She just like, she had something in her eyes where you could tell like she's just looking, at certain parts of this movie.
She was committed.
She was scared.
She was
and
committed to the role.
Yeah.
Sam Spruill plays Cyrus Lamb. He is our long-haired, creepy. He's our main villain.
Yeah, he was.
Cyrus.
He was
CL.
okay. I'm gonna say he was just okay.
I thought he was good. I mean, he's good for what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
creepy face.
Creepy, definitely.
Yeah.
Brandon Perea plays Nick Mendoza, our love interest.
He's
and
so
he was fine
cute.
enough. He's a very handsome
very
guy.
Very handsome, yeah.
He really doesn't serve a whole lot of purpose in the movie. It was like, well, we need an extra character to help out here. She's a single mom, so she's got to have like a cop love interest. Do you notice that a lot of these girls have cop love interests?
Yes, because it's easily explainable why they are
because they have
fight.
Trauma.
No, well, not even that. I just think why they're braver. I think like it's an easy role, so you don't have to give them their character background. Like it's like,
is that what you think it is?
I always think that because I'm like, it's either ex-military. They're like the hero guys that are gonna try and come in.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like
it's just easy.
Well,
like,
and again, that's
protect me. Yeah, I don't know.
Let's. I don't want to go off too much on tangent because we're on cast, but I do want to discuss this real quick because you just hit on it, and I hero guy.
Yeah.
He's not the hero of the movie, and again, like when you have, that's why I say, like what, like. So she's the hero. We want the strong female carrying the movie.
Oh yeah, she definitely is.
So when you, and I understand. Okay, look. It sets up the generational trauma. She's experienced some fucked up shit. So, and a lot of times, maybe people like that who go through shit would gravitate. We see it with Sidney Prescott in Scream. She's got a type. She's got not only one, but
somebody I can
two.
save her. Or
protect
her.
Cops.
Yeah.
Specifically cops.
Yeah.
Like specifically law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
Like we see it all the time. Somebody... Even going back to Nightmare on Elm Street, Nancy's dad was a cop. Somebody is always a cop in these things.
I know, yeah.
They're always related so that you have this. And yet, like, again, he is like the weakest one in this. He's like literally does nothing. He tases a couple people. That's cool. He runs around and stuff. But the real heroes are
absolutely.
Amelia and Lin. So it's just like, why are you making dude a...
I don't know. I also think, like, it's easy, like, for us to... go like because we watch horror movies all the time and we go, why didn't you call the cops? You thought someone was in your house. Why wouldn't you call the cops? This is an easy, I'm just going to call my boyfriend. So you don't have to go down that road of explaining why they didn't call the cops, why they didn't, write that. It's like, I could have a squad car just sit out front of your house if you want. Like, friendly, you're my girlfriend, I'll just do this to help you out. And then you dismiss all of that. I don't know. I think it's easy. It's almost like a quick way to just write out all those extra.
Maybe
it could be both.
Yeah,
like in this instance,
I just feel like
he wasn't overly like heroic or anything. It was just more like, okay, why?
He was just super. He was like the super supportive dude, but I also kind of I mean, knowing cops, ACAB, most of them are macho. Well, yeah, cheaters, sure, but they're
My
also.
father always told me to never date a cop, and I did, but.
But they're also very misogynistic and very want to be the hero. Like he plays the supporting role. So he just goes along. He's like, whatever you need, dear, whatever you. Like, he's a little questioning at first, but then he sees a few things that make him realize this is really going on. But he just like sits back. Real cops would have been like, okay, I'm calling in my buddies and we're going to bring guns and we're doing this, and they would approach this totally differently.
I do think for this movie, I think it was a creative point for the writers, because there's even a point where it's not giving anything away, but it's brought up like, okay, somebody was in the house. Well, I guess I'll get a squad car instead of making a thing. Okay, and he pretends, I'm going to call backup, and then people are like, oh. Like you needed somebody in uniform.
I just felt like his personality was not the type of personality that would become a cop.
No.
He was too nice. Yeah, he was too empathic. He was too sympathetic.
Oh, completely agree.
He was too reasonable and willing to listen to civilians and non-cops. Real cops don't do that. They don't give a shit what you say. No offense to you, any cops that are listening right now, but
it's
I'm not. This is law. Cops are usually obnoxious bullies. That's
right.
And this dude was not, and that's like
he was like a therapist,
right? Like, and that's why, like, I mean, why did we make him a cop? Was it necessary to make him a cop? He could have been anything.
I think the reason
was he had to have that taser on him so that he could.
Yeah, I think that's what I mean. It was writing, and honestly, if it was somebody different, we would be questioning a lot of these. I'd be like, why didn't they call the cops? I think it was a writing choice. Like, how do we quickly have a taser on somebody? How do we quickly have cuffs so people can't leave?
I just feel like this is turning into another one of these Hollywood tropes where your final girl's boyfriend is a cop or some kind of law enforcement or special forces, something like that. And we get and this one just felt off to me, because it's one thing if you get, if he fit, you're going to make him the stereotypical cop boyfriend, then make him a stereotypical cop. Don't make him a stereotypical cop boyfriend and then he breaks the mold of what an actual cop is like, because this dude is nothing like a real cop.
That's why I don't think it was a stereotypical cop. I think it was just a cop because we can write certain things into the... Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think...
I found it to me, it felt like a stereotypical cop boyfriend. It felt like, hey, we've got a woman protagonist, and she's a single mom, so she's got to have a cop boyfriend because she's in a horror movie. The Sidney Prescott theory. So, all right, moving on. Maisie Richardson Sellers plays Claire. She's our medium who connects once.
She's a tattoo artist.
Yeah, she's a tattoo artist, but the big thing is that she is the connection to Elise. So when Gemma is learning how to use her powers...
We don't want to give everything away, but yeah.
Right, but I mean, that's her role. She's just kind of like the go-between because Elise is dead.
Yeah.
And has she been in any of these before?
No. Okay. Oh, no.
She was new to this one.
Yeah, I mean, because her face looked familiar, but
I know I've seen her in stuff before, too.
Yeah, but it's like a long list of stuff that I don't know.
Joseph Lopez was Lester. He's got a face. He's been in a bunch of stuff, and he plays the old man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, his reel, you could just see he's got just this cragged old weathered face. So he's got 124 acting credits.
Oh, he was the guy in Passenger.
Yes, he's the passenger in
I
Passenger.
knew he looked familiar.
That's what I knew it was too. I was like, I know he's going to be something recently. Because we just talked about him. I knew he looked so familiar. Yeah, he's the passenger in Passenger. Well, I am so glad to say that this is way better than Passenger.
Oh my God. Yeah.
This one is such a winner compared to Passenger. Holy shit. But yeah, great job by him. He's really good as Lester.
Oh yeah,
the creepy old man.
He's just he looks, just him walking down the street, he looks like a freaking zombie.
Yep.
Good. And Laura Gordon, she plays our mom, Ingrid. Yep. She was in Late Night with the Devil.
Oh, Nice.
Undertow, Saw 5. But
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of stuff too.
yeah, because she looked familiar too. But she's June in Late Night with the Devil.
Nice. All right. Okay. Well, that's gonna do. That's our main cast. Charlie Penton plays our young Gemma, and she does a really good job as well.
Yeah, the rest of them were just.
The rest of them, yeah, we don't have to get into. We can move on from that.
Mr. and Mrs. Sullivan were good characters. I like that.
They were
just in and out, just like twice. They were good.
And Liz was the one with the dog. The dog's name was Radar.
Oh.
Radar.
It was. See, I don't.
And as soon as Radar popped up, I was like, "Oh man, the dog better not die."
I know you kept saying it. You want to give everyone a spoil it? Whether it does
yes, I will let you know now because I didn't even know there was a dog in the movie. I didn't watch any trailers going into this thing. I went in completely blind. So when the dog popped up, I was like, "Oh shit! I wish I could have looked it up if the dog died." Fuck. But the dog does not die. I'm happy to report. That is our animal report for this one. The dog does not die. You will animal lovers, dog lovers, you will be happy to know you can watch this one without having to deal with too much dog death anxiety. Let's jump into our splatometer real quick because there wasn't a lot of blood in it.
No.
But it was gross.
So I'm going to just, this was something
gross.
I was going to do in my spoiler-free take, but because we're talking about it, this movie is PG-13. And the amount, there's not that much gore, there's disgusting, and there's so many jump scares that it felt like an R-rated movie.
Oh, she was freaking out next to me with the jump scares.
It felt, so I think they did a fantastic job making a PG-13 movie feel like an R-rated,
movie, yeah.
Without all the gore and the
there's no gore or anything like that in it.
Oh my god!
So there's a 0 on the gore score, but on the gross score, it's probably like a 7 or an 8. There's.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like I couldn't even watch
Yeah, there's a lot of drilling. Stuff.
Do we want to get into that or wait till spoilers? We'll wait till spoilers.
Well, just give your spoiler free. We could.
Yeah, we'll just do our spoiler free. So I went in. Also, we should say we saw this in 4DX. We'll say that now in the
it made it fun. But
in the review. It was my 4DX impression. I don't know if I would say it was necessarily worth it. The seats moved a little bit during some jump scares and stuff like that, but not as much as when you go to like an action movie or something like that.
It was fun because of the fog.
That was what I was going to say. The best effect of the 4DX was when you crossed over into the further, all this fog came billowing out.
Which, if you are
familiar, in front of the screen, from the bottom of the screen. I mean, it was all just coming. So it really felt, and we were in the third row. See,
second
row,
yeah.
Second row. So the fog was like
right
there.
Theater. It was like a sold out theater.
So that was like a really cool, and I don't remember. We've been to a bunch of 4DX movies, and I don't remember ever seeing that much fog in there before.
Not that much, no.
This was like billowing out.
I looked
like,
behind,
wow,
and
cool.
The whole place was filled with fog.
Yeah, that was a really cool effect, and it definitely enhanced the feeling of like
being in the further
when we got to those scenes where it flips over. I thought that was a really cool aspect of the 4DX. So it definitely added a little bit to my enjoyment level for sure.
This isn't going to ruin anything, but like I already said, there's a part of drilling where you could actually feel, and it kind of build up the suspense a little bit of what was going to happen because you didn't know. So it was fun. It was an added. Is it needed? No, I don't think it's needed. But I'm glad that we did it.
Oh, the 4DX. Yeah. Because like I said, I had never seen that fog thing before, and I thought that was awesome.
Yeah,
awesome,
usually a little bit, but not that much.
Yeah, really cool thing to do with it. So, all right, let's see. Let's get to our scores and stuff, and then we can jump into our spoilers. I had a good time with this. Again, I went in totally blind. Don't remember what happened in the last one, but I know that they shut the door in the last one.
Yeah, the
and
Lambert
that was the
family.
whole thing. Yeah, it closed the door on the last series, on that demon, and opened the door for new demon, which is our Cyrus character. I enjoyed it. It's not perfect. I had some questions. There was some stuff where I was like, really so quick. Some stuff kind of moves. There's some movie logic in there to make things move along a little quicker. But I will say that with the 146-minute runtime, it definitely feels like 146 minutes because my ass was hurting by the time. I don't know if it was because we were in the more upright 4DX seats and we weren't moving as much as when we're in the normal 4DX movie, but it felt long.
I didn't think it felt that long.
But I still really enjoyed it. I thought the jump scares were great. I thought the story was solid. The acting was solid. Love Lin Shaye, obviously. I love that they've kind of moved on, that there's still more doors to open and still more connections to the further, and which means we still get to see Lin Shaye come back. So, I'm going to go with I'm like sitting between a 6.5 and a 7. I'm going to go with a 7. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. I had a good time. It's not quite up there with some of the other movies that we've seen this year that I thought really delivered a more cohesive all-around experience, but I really had a good time with this. I loved the jump scares. I thought the direction, cinematography was really solid. It was a fun time. I dug it. 7 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good. Well, when I came out, I was like, I'm just going to give it an 8 out of 10, but like, I might just even go 8.5 because it's my favorite franchise. Because honestly, I get so excited for these, even the last couple that were kind of like meh, because I know that the original jump scare, like they have this way, and it only is in these types of movies. I mean, other people try to recreate it, but it's just this long anxiety waiting, almost where you're staring at something in the corner, and you're like, do you ever wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, is somebody there? But it's like really long and you're like, I don't want to move. And the second you move, it's not this jump scare. It's like over here. And I just love the original movie. And I love seeing them, keeping it going. So 8.5, I'll give it. I want to say that sorry, I'm getting distracted. I loved how quickly this started, and it just was nonstop. Like the opening scene, it's like you're right into it. You're scared crapless, and then there's no like, okay, now that the opening scene's done, now we're gonna lag on. No, it starts immediately again. Like that night, something happens that night. So it's not like we need this long. Who are our characters? Get their backstories. Like we get it in our opening scene, and then it's just bam, 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 like nonstop. My heart never stopped. It was going. So I loved it. There's some, like you said, there's some parts of it that were super cheesy. For me, like even a little, I was like, oh, this is even a little too cheesy for me. But I kind of like dismissed it because it was trying to wrap up the movie at the end. But like, I don't know. This one's like you said, it's got Freddy vibes and Evil Dead kind of in the beginning with the comedy, and there's kind of more of a possession vibe in this one, but the Insidious rules all follow. So yeah, I give it an 8.5 because I just loved it, and I like seeing this franchise keep going.
All right, there you have it. We both enjoyed Insidious Out of the Further. Both recommend seeing it in the theater. Definitely a theater watch.
Oh, God, definitely.
The people in our theater had a good time. We had a pretty full theater, even in 4DX at like $20-some a ticket.
It was like packed. Almost 10 o'clock. Yeah. But it was the first like 4DX one, so people were clapping, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. All right. That's going to do it for our spoiler-free review. We will jump now to our Rotten Tomatoes scores before we take a break and dig deeper into spoilers.
Yes.
So go ahead, Steph Infection. What do we got on Rotten Tomatoes?
Well, I see ours are a little different.
Yeah, I'm going to refresh.
Let me see if yours goes.
Nope,
oh, wow.
Mine just went down another notch.
Wow. Let me. Okay. Wow, mine, okay.
Okay, yeah, so that's where we're at then.
My tomatometer was at 60% when we started this podcast, and now it's at a 58%.
Man, the critics coming in with lower scores.
Yeah, and popcorn meter, which is the audience, is 71%.
Yeah, so popcorn meter's right in line with me. And
yeah. Many dental scares, but little bite. I disagree. It was a lot of dental scares.
Peter Travers says, except for the old people with rotting teeth and the ever-sensational Lin Shaye, the sixth entry in the horror franchise is running on fumes and are good memories of what came before. I need more. We all do. I thought it did a good job.
It had a lot of... It wasn't on fumes. I feel like the last couple, because it was the same...
Right. I felt like the last two were really on fumes. This
family, and I was like, all right, well, how many times are we going to suppress their memories and then let them remember again and then let them go in the further?
Yeah, I thought this was like a rejuvenation for it.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like...
The last one was really getting tired.
You're not going to get the same that you get out of the first one. Like the first two, I can't touch, because they revolved around Peter Crane, who's the bride, and his mom wanted him to be a girl, and she like forced him into playing with dolls and dressing like girls. So that was like severely traumatic, and you had that just creepiness and our lipstick demon and the tiptoe through the tulips, that stupid little Tiny Tim song. But like, so it was creepy. The whole entire thing was creepy. But when we're all going to go out and see it. I'm going to go out and see whatever you got. I'm not going to love it as much, but right. I thought this one actually rejuvenated, like you said.
I thought it did too. I thought it gave a new shot in the arm to the lore, because the other stuff was tired, and you still managed to keep Lin Shaye involved. And yeah, I had fun.
Yeah.
All right. 71 for the audience, though.
Yeah.
A couple audience scores. Do we have any? Where are the audience reviews? There we go. Juan says, the movie was decent, but it had some quite jumpy scenes.
Okay.
All right, Juan.
All right, Juan. That's what you go for.
Farlisa said, scary, I did hide my face.
I did too. Actually, mine's my ears. I need to start wearing like earplugs, because it's oh my gosh. It's just, dude, we got to get into it. But there's one freaking scene. I still am thinking about it.
Well, let's get into it then. Let's break out that shovel, Steph Infection. Get it over here.
I need to.
Dig deeper.
I'm covered in dirt.
Digging deeper.
All right, Boo Believers. This is Digging Deeper, the spoiler section. If you have not seen Insidious, out of the further, then pause here, go see the movie, and listen to the rest on the ride home. And you can see if you agree or disagree with our spicy takes.
Sure.
I don't know how spicy they'll be, but we'll see. All right, let's dig deeper, Steph Infection.
Mm-hmm.
So we start with Gemma, a young dental hygienist and single mother raising her daughter Maya, lives in her childhood home where she had a traumatic upbringing from her mentally ill mother Ingrid, who died from suicide, which Gemma witnessed. So we start with the young Gemma.
Yeah, and like at first we thought she was an alcoholic, but then I said at some point, because she's sleeping, and I said, no, she looks possessed. Like it was like quickly. I think we just were used to all these movies doing like typical trauma, or
right. I
like,
was just yes.
But I was like, nah, something's up. But like something's up with her sleeping, and I love the little things like that. There's little Easter eggs in this. Like she has the phone on the table, and if you remember, and it says this is 1999. I needed to call. I would call to see like the time.
What time it was.
It was
to
like
set your clock. Yeah,
I wish I could remember. It was the phone number. It was like 1-800-TIME. But, or like, so it would say at this time, it'll be this time or whatever. And it was just playing, and it's that creepy girl's voice. But you were like, I started to think, I'm like, why is she listening to the phone? But in our first one, we have there's a lot of communication from the further into the real world on phones or fake phones, the canned phones from the beginning one. So we kind of find that out later. But we very quickly find out, see that she has a great mom that quickly goes down and she's petrified. And I love that she had the flashlight too, because we always need that little bit of light in all the Insidious movies. But we go into the bathroom and the mom's in the shower, and this is where I got Evil Dead vibes, because she's like, watch me, and just starts bashing her head against the freaking tile, and then the door slams shut. And I even said, I was like, who shut the door? Because somebody shut the door, and we find that out later. But holy crap, it was and there's brutal blood coming through the door at the end.
Yeah, that didn't make much sense, though. How does the blood come through the door when she was standing in the shower?
You hear her fall onto the floor, and then it's almost I remember I said, is that teeth that all went, tiles spread? And he shows it. He throws her down out of the tub.
Oh, yeah.
After.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah,
but,
fair enough.
Or not he does. I don't know. I guess she fell. I don't know.
All right.
It's just for added.
Yeah, so trauma. I really thought it was just going to be the typical, mom's a drunk, young girl has to take care of herself and do everything herself, and this is going to create trauma that's going to shape her later. But it's actually even worse than what I thought.
Yeah, and it was only a short time. It wasn't.
But yeah, so now we jump ahead, and Gemma is a dental hygienist. Single mother. We never find out who the dad is. He's never even mentioned.
No, but
never even mentioned.
We don't need. I didn't need it.
I guess not. I guess it doesn't have anything to do with it.
I didn't need it. I was kind of happy we didn't go through some weird other storyline. She's a single mom, just like her mother was. Yep.
Gemma starts having dreams where she's haunted by ghosts, and both her and Maya notice 3 strange elderly people lurking around their neighborhood. The minute we saw these old people, everybody was cracking up.
Oh my God! I'm like,
everybody was dying.
No.
It was
I don't remember at what point, but it's in the trailer. They all turn, and it's almost like smile. Yeah. And I was like, and the whole theater, the guy next to me was going crazy.
Oh,
he was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" No. They were creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the picture of them now. The one is so small.
I know.
She's tiny.
I know.
I wonder if they're supposed to be a family. Is that husband, wife, and the kid?
No, they're all the same age. They showed them in the videos when they. You don't remember? So when he goes.
Oh yeah. But
they were all the same age.
Oh, she was the same age.
They were all in their 20s.
She's just a really little 20-year-old.
I mean, yeah, people are all different sizes.
I know, but she's really little.
My grandma was 4'10".
All right, but she's 4'2".
No, she's not. He's tall and she's tall.
All right. Anyway, all right. So yeah, they were creepy. Everybody was cracking up in our theater when they saw them.
We were like, nope, there's something's up with them. And honestly, if you remember I think it was, I don't know maybe it was the last key, or the third, I think it was the third one, where the guy upstairs is dying, and then he's stuck, and then she's in her I don't know, she's in her apartment building, and he's got oxygen. So I was like, oh great, the closer you are to death, you're in that. I don't know.
All right, moving on with this movie. So after a nightmare in Maya's pillow fort, Gemma discovers she has somehow brought back an item from her dream.
Okay,
so
that's the part.
Let's get into this.
The pillow fort.
The pillow fort. This was where everything starts going crazy. And first of all, I want to know if this guy, because obviously we just had Backrooms come out. And this whole scene was very Backrooms feeling.
I said it out loud.
And yeah. I mean, it's the Backrooms of pillow of forts. That's it. That's what I was like, oh my God. But I'm just wondering if, because Backrooms just came out.
Nah,
I'm wondering if this guy played or watched the Backrooms stuff,
oh, yeah,
lore and stuff, the stuff online. Not necessarily the movie, but he probably watched some of the stuff online or played the game, right? It's
I
based on
feel
the
like
game
there's
and
even,
shit.
isn't there even in like the Freddy movies where like, I don't know, like hallways just get extra long and you're like running, like that's what it kind of
that's in
felt
there
like.
too. Yeah, but I don't know.
But to be a pillow fort.
This felt like with the Freddy things, like they get extendedly long, but this was like Exit 8 with the turns. And like what I mean, like you never know. Some like 1 second it turns one way, the next second it turns a different way.
Dude.
But when she's going through it, and she goes and makes that one turn, and we see the head just poking out of the side.
And not moving.
It's just like, I'm staring at you.
It's just, oh my God.
It is so unnerving.
Oh my God. And this is the Insidious crap. This is even just like the Wandaverse. It happens in the Conjuring movies a lot, but Insidious especially because they get just stuck. They're stuck in spots. Like even in the beginning, he was up in the corner the whole time and he's like, he's not moving. But it's that thing, it's like, it's gonna move at some point.
Right. Yeah,
but she keeps going back and forth with her little flashlight and he's still there.
Yep.
It must have went back and forth like 8 times and I'm like, oh my God. And then at one point she goes and looks another one and I'm like, oh God, there's somebody there. There's somebody there too and they're not moving.
Well, that was, first she comes back and she goes this way and the other lady comes out like even closer and she's like, ah. And it's super creepy. And then when you cut back to it, she's like, and then you notice that there's somebody here, and you notice that she hasn't noticed it yet. We are looking at this shit. This motherfucker is right here next to her for like a good 10 seconds. Dude. And you're just like, she still hasn't noticed her yet. And then they cut to another angle, and she notices her.
Oh
and
my God.
And she jump scares, and we jump scare.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
just such a fun fucking scene.
Oh my God. And then when she's
and
crawling,
I'm claustrophobic too, so let me just say that.
Yeah.
Because so the whole time I'm just like, oh my God.
Oh my God, me too. Yeah, I would be too.
Shit.
And then she tries to crawl through the
Well, no,
pillars
first, before that, she
end.
gets to the dead end. I would fucking lose it if you got to a dead end.
And someone's coming after you.
And they're like, they're coming at us. It's like, you motherfucker. And I'm like, kick them, punch them, fucking,
They weren't there yet, though.
I know, that's the thing. I'm just like waiting. I'd be ready to fucking throw some fucking hands. She finds the opening in the cushions finally, though, and gets in just in time. And then we have that fucking whole thing, which was just so well shot.
Oh my God!
Like it was like claustrophobic, like her going through these smushed cushions and her pushing her way, her face.
Like in Haunts, you go through the body bag things. Oh my God, that's what it felt like.
This was,
I hate
and it was
that.
just so
I hate
she's
it.
going through, and then finally you're just like, oh my God, how much is she gonna have to go through this?
And you could see her sleeping on the chair.
Yeah,
and
we
the
see the
couch,
light
and
coming
like,
through, and she peeks through the light, and she sees herself asleep on the fucking couch, and then she goes. That's when she wakes up and pulls the book out with her, right? The half a book.
No.
It was the half a book.
That's when she sees Lin.
She pulls something out with her though here.
Yes, she might have, but when she sees Lin that time and she says, this is helping is what I do. That's like the next time.
Yeah, but she doesn't see.
She wasn't in the pillow fort.
Lin wasn't in the pillow fort. No.
The
that's
book
what I'm
was
saying.
what Lin handed to her and said, find me.
oh.
I'm saying she might have pulled something out. I don't remember what it was.
She got stabbed in the hand? Didn't that
yeah.
stabbed in the hand with the fucking
yeah.
thing? And she brought that out with her.
Yeah, that's what it was.
There was like a little brooch, and the crazy
Yeah, it wasn't the
chick
book,
was
but
like,
yeah.
and stabbed into her hand.
That's
Yes,
right. And he said, he's coming.
Yep. Okay, so let's see. But yeah, that whole pillow fort thing. And
This is the first 15 minutes of the movie. I just want you all to realize, if you know.
So yes, Gemma's boyfriend Nick suggests she moves out of the house. It has bad memories of her mother, but she refuses. At her clinic, Gemma treats the elderly man she has seen near her house.
Oh God, this. I
And
was
this
like,
whole scene was
I would've
just,
been like,
I couldn't
would've
even
had
watch it because it was so gross.
I would have had somebody else in that room with me.
He's so creepy.
He's got hair in his teeth.
And then she's pulling long, gross strands of hair. I was waiting for Samara to come out of his mouth.
I know. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking that too.
Just keep pulling that black hair until the ring girl comes out.
Oh my God! Didn't she do that out of her mouth? And yeah.
Oh, it was in the American ones, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah.
Pulling it out of her throat.
Yeah.
Pulling the hair out. Yeah.
Or no, that was not The Ring. That was the other one, The Purge or whatever. That not The Purge.
It was the ring.
The Ring is Samara. Sarah Michelle Gellar is not in that.
Oh, yeah. Sarah Michelle Gellar was a different one. So whoever it was in the ring doing the thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
This one pulling the fucking shit, and like
He's just staying there.
well, he's taking a page out of Eli Roth's book on this one. And this is like the new thing in horror.
Grossing, yeah.
Just grossing people out. And I'm not a fan. I'm not here for it. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Nah,
it's not it.
I loved. I think that's where this addedness made me feel like it was rated R when it was only PG-13, because jump scares won't just do that for you. So just like the added ick of it kind of makes you feel like
it made sense in the context of she's a dental hygienist, which has got to be a gross job to begin with. It's got gross shit. So now for them to fuck with her to go do it. But I'm just not here for all this common thread now in movies of let's go in real tight on the super gross thing with extra extra loud, moist sound design to make it extra squishy and moist sounding. Like they did it in The Mummy, Lee Cronin's The Mummy.
I know.
They did it in Evil Dead Burn. It's just like, they're just like, hey, how much can we gross the audience out? And okay, that's fine. But like, if that's a genre, that's one thing. But now everybody's doing it, man. Like, can we not?
I think we're so desensitized.
Can we not all do it?
I know that maybe they're just trying to do it because I don't know.
Because they see it as, oh, that's what the kids like, is to go in super tight on the gross stuff now.
Yeah.
Not everybody's into it. I find it to be like a cheap trick nowadays. I
won't even watch Eli Roth movies again for a second time because I get the ick so much from them.
Yeah, and again, I didn't even watch this scene because I don't want to watch. I'm eating. When people are in movie theaters, they're eating a lot of times. And I don't want to see nasty, plaque-covered, gross, rotten teeth super close up with hair and nasty shit being pulled out of it while I'm trying to eat my fucking pretzel bites.
So I will say I can literally eat through anything. I went to school for radiation oncology. I can watch Tumor Board where we're discussing pathologies while I eat. However, that doesn't bother me at all. Talking about looking at pictures of surgeries doesn't bother me. When he first opens his mouth and it's all that spit, and I was like, oh my God! And she scrapes plaque. The hair I could deal with maybe. It was when she scraped that gross
I couldn't
plaque.
watch it. I didn't actually.
I shut my eyes right after that because I couldn't watch. I
couldn't watch either because as soon as he opened his mouth, I saw the spit in there, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm done."
She scraped and
I saw her start to go, and I just heard it.
A big wad of.
And that was
gunk.
the problem because then I could still hear it, even though my eyes were closed. I should have done like what I did with the dog in Evil Dead Burn and just been like la 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 la.
Well,
so I couldn't hear all the.
They did
all
do
the
a good
noises.
job making his mouth because I did have my eyes open. He opens and sticks his tongue out, and you can see like he almost had like some type of an infection on his tongue, like he's old, dehydrated.
So, kudos to the special effects.
Oh yeah,
artist.
It looked legit, and it could have been. They could have just maybe grabbed somebody that had a bad. Mouth. I don't know.
Well, no, you saw the actor. Well,
no,
yes,
I know.
But you could have had a mouth double.
Just for this one part in particular, I'm remembering they showed the mouth opening, and I was like, that tongue looks legitimate. Like he hasn't scraped his tongue. Yeah, I don't know. It was gross.
Yeah, very gross. But I mean, look. Great job by sound design, great job by special effects, but I don't want to be grossed out. That's not why I'm going to horror movies. I'm going to be scared. and the grossness. I don't know when. I mean, I get it. A lot of times, like gore and splatter stuff is cringy and all, but like again, this.
Well, it's just like
I guess it's horror for somebody that's a fucking dental technician.
No, but it's not even that. It's more like dental hygienists. They love their freaking job, man. It's bizarre. They love it.
That's gross.
Also, I love mine, and people think certain things. Everyone does. They're gross. But crap. Now I just lost my train of thought.
All right, we'll move on.
Move on.
All right, so let's see. Yeah,
the Saw movies, I was going to say, but the Saw movies.
Yeah,
they make you feel uncomfortable. Yeah.
I won't even watch them. All right. Yeah, she treats him. Oh, but this was a good part. I thought this was hilarious. She does the X-rays, and we see in the X-rays like these demon teeth, like
yeah. Each one that she hits, it's getting closer and closer.
Yeah. So then she goes into like. Starts poking around in the guy's mouth, and a second set of teeth, like alien, bites her on the finger. And I did not see that coming.
I did not see it coming.
That was a great jump scare, great bit, because I was like, oh, fuck.
Because I really wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be this long, like anxiety-ridden, you think something's going to happen, but it doesn't. But it did. But
at the same time, I was just like, there is no way on earth I'm putting my hands in this man's mouth.
You're not a dental. That's not your job, though. If it's your job, you would.
I know, but she just pulled all that shit out. Didn't she, when it got to the end, didn't the whole tooth come out or something break?
Yeah, she said it's rotting. She's like, your teeth are rotting. But that's when I would have had somebody else. If he wasn't speaking to me, I would have said,
he wasn't even speaking.
I would say, I need somebody to stand in here as an aide in case he attacks me or something. You know what I mean? Like that's where and in healthcare in general we have that. So it's kind of hard to believe that wouldn't happen, but it's a movie.
Well, he bites her, and as she falls to the ground, and I thought this was a great transition. Technical. We're gonna get a little technical on you here. As she hits the ground, she like falls into the never.
The further.
The further.
God damn it. The never. I don't even know what that is.
I don't either, but I know.
Neverland?
Into the further. Yeah, it might be. But the transition was so good. It was seamless, like the way she hits the ground and
I said, I go, oh, she got knocked out. Like it was enough that, I don't know, it knocked her out. Yeah.
So, then she's in the further, and the ghosts are preparing to torture her. She is saved by Elise Rainier. Rainier? How's it pronounced? Do you know?
I think Rainier.
Elise Rainier, who instructs Gemma to find her. And that's when she pulls the book out.
Yeah. Here, find me.
So, following Elise's instructions, Gemma arrives at a tattoo shop owned by medium Claire, who communicates with Elise via possession. Elise explains that Gemma is a courier, able to enter the further where dead souls reside, while transporting objects between it and the real world. An evil soul named Cyrus has recognized her and her ability and intends to use her to return to the living. The three elderly people are his acolytes who support him in the real world. Claire foresees Maya and Nick being killed and the world overrun by the dead.
Yeah, which I thought it was a cool twist. And I thought it was really cool, like, how everything she was bringing back was getting burnt kind of halfway.
Stuff was like as it was, because she was...
Because it's not her actual body, it's her...
Right, but she was still like learning to use the power and stuff like that. So she was pulling stuff halfway out.
Yes.
Like she wasn't able to pull whole objects out because she was still kind of growing with it.
It was such visually, you got it. She was getting better as it went. And then it was like, but we don't need to like harp on talking about it.
Yeah, I thought they did do a good job of showing a lot of stuff in here. They told a few things, but I felt like there was a lot more show than tell on screen. So that's always a good thing. This was like our main, info dump. When we finally get to Elise and she tells her all this stuff about the courier, Because we haven't had have we had a courier before in these where they're able to bring things out of the further?
No, not where it was. No, I mean
so
they can jump into your body when your body is
in the
further. That's why they would or not even just demons, just dead people in general. That's why in all the movies they're trying to figure out how to get into Dalton's body when he astral projected. So that, but not that I really thought this was a cool scene too, because you have the girl who's being possessed, and then in the mirror you see Elise.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was really good. Like picking up. At first she's talking and you had her regular voice, and then it slowly becomes Elise's voice, and then we pan over to the mirror and we see Elise in the mirror. So I thought that was that whole little bit mixed well, using the audio, the two different dialogue audios, blending them together so that it blends in, and then we come and see the whole thing. It was very, very creative storytelling there. So I dug that. Okay, so let's see. Let's also talk about this whole, she foresees Maya and Nick being killed and the world overrun by the dead. We've never had stakes this high in an Insidious movie.
No, never.
The world overrun by the dead. That's pretty fucking heavy for an Insidious movie. Usually it's just the family getting possessed.
I know. But as you see in the ending, I mean, they were coming out, and that whole scene, which we'll get to, but was crazy, pulling them out.
Yes.
With the little girl.
Man, all right.
God.
All right, so while in bed with Nick, Gemma brings home a dead soul while Maya spots the acolytes
that was
staying
cool.
in the neighbor's house across the street. Yes.
I liked him seeing it firsthand.
Oh, dude, he was the first one. Yeah, because he's being empathic. Is this bitch crazy? Or I'm going to,
she's
really seeing it. And he still probably has some questions. And then when when she sits up and fucking.
And of course, it's one that has the dental dam in, and his teeth are all because
and he's drooling everywhere.
Oh my god!
But I thought it was great that he was also in half. And his body was steaming. That's same type of thing. So we kind of see that that was like the test to see if she could take a person, one of the dead, to the other side. So that was a cool scene with them picking the dead, because he's choosing. Remember, he does the eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
And of course, I'm like, this motherfucker.
Of course, it's the fucking ugliest, drooling ass dude with the fucking dead.
Yeah, of course.
So.
Of course, it's him. I was like, yep, of course.
All right, so. They spot the acolytes now staying in the neighbor's house across the street. Gemma sneaks into the house, discovers videotapes of a cult leader called Cyrus Lamb, who promised to resurrect his followers. Gemma learns that Cyrus plans to use her to bring his followers into the human world. With help from Elise, Gemma, Nick, and Claire hatch a plan to stop Cyrus. Gemma and Elise will lure Cyrus into a red door in the further and lock him inside, while Nick will awaken the acolytes. Since there is connection, right? So Nick awakens them, and then...
Yeah, which I did like that, they're like staring at the closet, and you just see their head still there, and she's like, he hasn't woken them up yet. And they're just staring, guarding the door, and you only see the two girls. And that's the shit that I love from Insidious, because it's like every fear that you've ever had staring into your closet, and you're like, it's looking at me, but it's not moving. And until you actually go like, and like mess with it, it's still there. It just creeps you out, because you're like, is it going to start running at me like every other movie I've seen? No, it's just going to creepily stare at me. And that was cool. And they were like under the floorboards. And,
yeah, that whole thing was cool. I like the under the floorboards part. I like how they discovered them when they find the dead bodies first. The dead couple.
And then they're in the further and they point, that's what they all do in the further. You don't speak, you just point and stuff.
Yes, all right, so Gemma enters the further with Elise and discovers Ingrid, who was also threatened by Cyrus and had killed herself to save Gemma.
Yeah, watching that whole scene. And then you realize Gemma is the one that shuts the door so her younger self doesn't see it.
Yep.
I was like, and that was,
Yeah, good moment. Gemma reconciles with Ingrid, and the group discover Maya has also inherited the courier ability. Generational trauma!
I mean, I knew that was happening.
Of course. We all did.
You got three women.
That's one of the, I mean, that's one of the, I mean, again, look, it's a fun movie, but the reason it's a 7 and not like an 8 or 9 for me is because of these kind of cliche things that we have seen so many times before that it's, you got to lose points for unoriginality, if you will.
Yeah.
I still enjoy the movie. The jump scares are good. There's stuff that's very well done in here, but it just relies on a lot of very played out tropes to get there. You know what I mean? Which I get it. That's a lot of movies do that. That's why it's
2 things. Like my extra points were because I just love Insidious in general.
Totally, I get it.
And
because you were scared as fuck through the whole movie. So the movie is succeeding with you in doing that.
But also it's like it wasn't. I feel like every movie we've seen, not every movie, but a lot of movies we've seen this year and even recently, it's like, okay, now we're going to hear the entire background story. And they have to talk. Right. This got right to it.
No, I totally agree. That's why, and again, that's why this is a 7 and something like Passenger was a 2 or whatever.
Because they had to talk about it and tell you the whole story and then find the person to tell you. I mean, Elise did it very quickly.
No, and this all makes most of it for the most part all makes sense when you're lining it all up.
So I can forgive.
I tell you, like again, as a script writer, you're told after your first draft and every draft you go back and shoot holes in your script. It feels like they did that. They might have had to fill some stuff, fill some holes with some cliche shit, but at least they filled the holes.
So I can forgive the cliche shit because of that.
Right, exactly.
Because it just got...
It's still that's why it's still an enjoyable movie. That's why the audience still enjoys this movie, because while we, a critic's job is to be more critical of the unoriginality. We're so fucking, as an audience, you get kind of used to it so much that these stereotypes are used as archetypes now.
Yeah.
It's like tropes and stuff. Now you just, you make a tropey character. This way you don't have to spend a lot of time fleshing them out. You already know. I get it. I get why we use them. I get why they're there. It's just that, this type of thing where it's just like the generational trauma. Now that's the current cliched archetype, stereotype in film.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is this is how we started Insidious. I always want to say Adam Lambert. What's his name? Patrick Wilson's character. He could do it as a kid. Then his son, Dalton, could do it as he got older. So it was fitting for this movie and separately from cliche because that's literally Insidious. It's DNA.
Right.
It happens.
And Insidious is one of the ones that did it really well early on, and they're probably one of the forerunners of it. But it's just been done so much that it not through no fault of their own, it just becomes.
Yeah, it was almost 20 years ago when it came out.
Yeah, and so many movies have done it since then. It's just, and so many movies have done it before that. It wasn't necessarily original when they started doing it. It was their spin on that was an original spin. So, and then we had a lot of people follow with that whole, you could totally see that Stranger Things, the Upside Down is kind of taken from 100%.
People were calling it the Further when that show first started coming out because
they absolutely borrowed
a
lot of that. So all right, let's get to wrapping this up here. Where are we? Yes, here we go. Gemma reconciles with Ingrid, and the group discover Maya also has the courier ability. Nick discovers the acolytes have killed the neighbors and is able to wake 2 of them, but can't find the 3rd. Cyrus captures Maya and incapacitates Nick. Cyrus starts to use Maya to bring his followers into the real world, slowly killing her. So, this was awesome.
Yeah, that was crazy.
This whole scene where he's got her on the table and we're doing the flipping camera in and out of the fucking, of the further, bringing souls and bringing dead souls one after the other, and then they're coming into the real world and tearing the house apart.
They did that, I feel like, in something. It might have been one of these ones, but only one time, where, I don't know if it's Patrick Wilson's, his character, but something was. I remember where they flipped. You know what I mean? Like the camera flipped sides. Like, but not like this. This was he kept touching her head and she kept circling, and then you just saw blood coming from her eyes, and I'm like, ugh.
So, and here's where I had a little bit of a problem.
After. Yeah, I know.
Because I leaned over the inside.
I know.
And I get it, man. And this is one of my, this is going to be where I get to play critic. But we do this. And this is, look, we all knew she was going to be saved. Just a little girl. We're not going to go through the whole, he's a ton of them. She's bleeding. She's crying blood tears. She's been used as a conduit from the further to transport so many fucking souls. And her eyes are sunken in. There's like raccoon eyes.
Yeah,
like
she
dark
had,
and black. You can see she's white, pale skin. She is like on death's door. And so let's see. Gemma returns to protect her, is overwhelmed by the dead. Elise controls the final acolyte from the further to rescue Maya. Cyrus kills all 3 acolytes. Elise controlling the man was a good twist. I like that.
It got a little
weird.
I was like confused. So maybe that's what we would have since it was a confusing part. And I was like,
how did she get in there? And okay.
But then I kind of realized it was like tricking him back into his own body, and
and then he kills them all. Gemma is cornered by Cyrus, but she manages to transport. Oh, and we get the whole line where she's like, "You can transport anything into the further." Elise tells her.
Which this happened earlier, like a little 10 minutes earlier, and I was like, "Oh, she's going to bring them back." Into I guess
there is a lot of foreshadowing in this. There's foreshadowing with the talking cactus that we called. That comes back to play
but
later.
that's like every.
That's cute. That's on every movie now with a talking toy.
Remember in the Conjuring movies?
The Conjuring movies had it. We just saw it in that other. What was the other one with the imaginary?
Oh no! In the first Insidious, the baby toys. That's what I'm picturing.
The baby toys. That's
another. So that was a playback to that one that was singing. Yeah.
Whenever you have a talking toy introduced early in a story, it's going to come back later to haunt.
Oh God!
Literally come back to haunt you later, and it does.
It was cool. It was cool when it was used that way because you heard him whispering on it. Because remember the first one, the baby monitor? She's listening to it, and then she goes in and you see the red lipstick demon behind the baby, and she grabs and she's like freaking out. But they kept Ugh. And then they eventually steal the baby and take the baby to the further. He's got your baby. Oh God!
All right, back to this one. You keep going. Walk down memory lane again.
No, it's important. It's a Easter egg to that. It's 100%. They did the exact same thing.
Yeah, didn't they have the cans in the other one?
Yes.
And the string, and the string disappears. Well, that's what they did with the phone in this one.
Yes.
And the table.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's a ton of Easter eggs. Yeah, definitely, and callbacks and all. If you want to call some of them out, do it now.
No, I misspoke saying Conjuring. I meant in the first Insidious, but that was with the baby. Yeah, and her.
All right. So Gemma is cornered by Cyrus. She manages to transport her entire house into the further. The resurrected dead, enraged that Cyrus failed to restore them fully, attack and consume him. Jenna says goodbye to Elise and Ingrid before awakening in the real world and reunites with Maya, Nick, and Claire.
So I have one issue. At one point, when they first see the mom, and she says, "You can bring anything back," and she said something like, "Can she come back with us?" Talking about her mom, which she could. But then I was like, "Why doesn't she bring Elise back?"
That's what I was thinking too. Why isn't she?
But they don't have a body to go into. I guess that's just their soul. That's what I started thinking.
Well, what bodies are the dead going into?
They're not. That's why
I started getting... she bring Elise and her mom back?
But she did say, "I'm going to make sure she gets to where she goes." I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I remember Elise saying about her mom going where she's supposed to go and all that at the end. But still, I mean, wouldn't you be tempted to bring your mom back? Who had wouldn't you be tempted to bring Elise back so she could help more people?
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I'm just, that whole part had me scratch my head.
Yeah, because Elise didn't die natural causes. She died from Peter Crane's character in the first one. So,
well, my other problem with this is when we're reunited, Maya just looks normal.
That's where
she's just totally normal. Like, no fucking, she was bleeding from her. She's crying blood tears and pale skin.
It was more the black
eyes
circles
and everything.
Drying
was like
blood tears. I'm like, okay, you can wipe them off. But she looked like
she was about to die.
Yeah.
Like she was a corpse almost. And that's when I look, man, I get it. It's the end of the movie. It's the happy ending. So we want her. Like, this is where I hate Hollywood, man. This is where I hate Hollywood, because this is exactly why they do this. What's a happy ending? So fuck it. She'll just be normal looking again, because we don't want her all fucked up looking to fuck up our happy ending.
Yeah, it can't be.
It can't be all blood tear, crusty, dried blood tear eyes and fucking black all on your shit and all fucking withered like you're about to die and you need to be resuscitated. No, the audience has to, we have to spoon feed them and say, you can't, because she should have looked like the fucking mummy girl.
Oh, wow.
All withered and, you sucked all your, And instead, she looks like a normal little girl. Yeah. And this is because Hollywood wants the audience to see a normal little girl at that very last scene, even though 5 fucking seconds ago she was a corpse.
Yeah.
They want you to have that, and it leaves me sitting there. It literally takes me so out of the movie, because I know exactly what you're doing. I'm not falling for it, because I am an intelligent human being, and in my head, I'm like, wait, she was all fucked up a minute ago. Shouldn't she have some kind of...
No, you have to feel good.
Exactly. This, and again, this is why I'm tempted to push it back down to a 6.5. Because I hate when they do this shit, man. Like, there should be some kind of recuperation period. She's not fucking normal. She shouldn't just be all normal 5 seconds after.
A lot of movies will do that, but yeah,
I know,
it's so
and
annoying.
it literally takes me right out of it. It's such a cheesy ending that the cheesy happy ending can literally ruin a movie. It doesn't here, but dude, it was so eye-rolling for me.
Well, you said it as soon as and I was like, okay, shut up.
Yeah, see?
I don't care.
You want to love it, and I'm over here like, come on.
I mean, but I was like, okay.
It just takes me out of the moment.
I get it.
Because I would because again, you want me to feel like that heart-warming, like, mom rescued daughter, mom loves all that kind of stuff. I get it, but like, the stakes just got erased. Because the stakes would still be there if, like, the mom's like, oh my God, I saved you in the nick of time. Now we gotta, don't worry, honey, we'll nurse you back to health. I could live with that. She's still a little, and I'll nurse you back to health, sweetheart, and we'll, okay, we can end there. That's more believable for me. And I'd be like, oh, whew, she's got a road to go back to get normal again, but at least she's alive. That would have been just as happy an ending. But I
agree.
You got to have her ready to go play kickball, and
she's right. I know, right away. She's right back to her old
took
self.
me right out of it. So, all right. Well, we get our happy ending. The Hollywood happy ending is there. Yay! But Elise doesn't get a happy ending. You couldn't pull her out of the fucking further. God damn it! All right. So then we get a mid-credit scene. Cyrus is strapped to a dental chair in the further and tortured with a drill by the dentist to attack Gemma in the further.
I thought that was fun. It was a fun little...
It was fun. I don't know how much sense it makes, because I thought they tore him apart earlier. But now he's in the...
Well, no, I think he can just get tortured forever.
Yeah, they tear him apart and he comes back together, and then somebody else gets to torture him,
I really don't know. Yeah. I think, yeah. And them all kind of attacking him, I was like, this is cheesy, but whatever.
Oh, totally cheesy.
But
totally
I was like,
cheesy.
Whatever.
Look.
Wrap up the movie, because the whole beginning was where, like, I mean, the first hour is all those jump scares and everything. That's what I'm there for. Wrap it up.
No, I get it. I get it. Wrap it up. I was ready 10 minutes ago for them to wrap it up. Like I said, I felt like it started getting a little long at the end. But again, as a rational thinking person, and I know I'm a rational thinking person, that's the opposite of what a Hollywood writer does. As a rational thinking person, if I'm one of these dead souls, this motherfucker literally just got us that fucking close. Am I really going to fuck him up, or am I going to go, hey, let's try again?
Oh. They're just angry.
I know they're angry, but dude, if you kill him, you're literally nobody else is going to be able to find one of these couriers.
I think
He's the one that can find the courier. He had them. Well, he had the.
No.
He had followers on the other side. He could always get some more followers.
Yeah, he was just a cult leader. It's not that he could find the courier. I think he just stumbled upon it.
Well, he had the followers on the other side that found them.
Yeah.
So he killed his followers, but doesn't he have more cult followers somewhere? I would think he has more acolytes. I would think.
He just got it.
Or there's a better chance of him finding more acolytes coming across.
But I don't
his
need him
shit.
again. We don't need him again. I would do a different family or something.
I guess. I just feel like it's, again, like you said, it's that cheesy ending where they all tear him apart. Mm-hmm. Oh, you promised them. If he really did promise him, he literally almost came through on the promise. I would be like, what else do we have to do but let's try again.
They say something in one of the first ones about that the people in the further, and I can't remember exactly what it is, but they get angrier and angrier. So it's not like being over there.
Maybe.
I think they, just get messed up like that, and they're on loops and whatnot. Which this wasn't on loop. I don't know. It was a little unlike anything else that we've seen in the further. So that's why I didn't like the ending that much, because I was like, oh, now they're running full speed. They really do that in any other movie. I was like, okay. But again, I kind of was like, all right, I could do without this ending. But it made sense and it wrapped it up, so I was okay with it.
Yeah. At that time, my butt started hurting, so I was happy it was getting wrapped up.
Yep.
All right. We are going to wrap it up here, too. Again, my final score was 7 I will stay with, even though that ending did kind of piss me off. I totally recommend seeing it. If you do want to check out the 4DX, it was really cool to have the smoke. I would go on a Tuesday or Wednesday when they have the half price tickets, maybe.
They have half price for 4DX?
I think so, yeah. I think all the special tickets, or go to a matinee maybe and check it out.
Yeah, but you got to
get a little discount on it.
See, because they weren't playing this all day long.
True. This was only the
literally
later show.
9:30 show and a midnight show. So.
But yeah, I mean, I thought the smoke aspect of it was a really cool thing to see in the theater.
I'll always pay a little bit of extra just for some extra fun, you know.
The jump scares were cool with the seats moving and all too. The seats just didn't move as much as, when He-Man and some of the other stuff that I've seen recently in 4DX, where it's nonstop roller coaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, I totally recommend it. See it in the theater, whether 4DX or just regular old 2D.
Agree. And I got my popcorn bucket.
Yes, we didn't really talk about the popcorn bucket.
No. Well, my friend...
If you're watching, you can see Stephanie's lipstick.
Yes, this is my lipstick demon. I really wanted them. And you know what? My friend Tim blew it. Shout out to him because he is a manager at AMC. But he grabbed one for me because every time I want a popcorn bucket, by the time we go, they're sold out. So I was like, please get me one. And I'll post pictures and stuff because he was giving me some cool stuff too.
Yeah, very cool. So you see them, but you want to show them how you eat it from the back, Stephanie?
You got to eat it from the back.
Yeah.
You just, pull this down a little bit.
There we go. Open them up. Open them up and eat it from the back.
Eat it from the back.
Yeah, we like eating it from the back here at Deadsville. I'm so problematic. There it is.
But I will say, if anyone's still, I could have talked about this earlier, but in the pictures when we had first talked about it, his teeth were like white almost, and I was like, oh, it kind of looked weird, but they're very brown and gross. And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I would not want to
eat it from the back?
I would not want to eat it from the front.
All right. Well,
I would not like to find those on the other side of a glory hole.
No. Definitely not snaggletooth. All right.
And on that note, we are getting out of the further.
Yes.
See what I did there, Steph Infection?
I see.
That's a segue.
To end.
Yes. All right, good believers. Till next time. Stay spooky.
Bye, Scream Hearts.